Hello everyone, this is Theme Park Central and I'm finally back with another video. Sorry that I've not been able to put out many news updates or vlogs. I do have a few videos that I will be publishing in the next month or so, but I just have trouble keeping up with videos. So in this video, this is a Months of Disney video where I'm going to look at the big news headlines from the last 3 months or so for Disney. So I'm just going to get right into this. Starting off at Hollywood Studios, the Jollywood Nights After Hours event, a completely new event for this year, has officially launched to mixed reviews so far. Some people like it, but I hear there are some logistical issues with it. So the event features it's your typical paid after hours event at Disney. So it featured some new food items, some performances and live entertainment around the park. You can go in for some shows that you can watch. They have this Twilight soiree at Tower of Terror. And yeah, it's really like they have the Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam, which is an existing show. That's not a new show, but that's the fireworks show for that. So there's not really a big thing you do at this event. It's just a lot of entertainment relating to the Christmas season. Seems okay to me. I've heard about some logistical issues, as I said earlier, but we will see how it's a new event, so that's exciting, and yeah, it seems fine. And then at Disneyland, they started an Ahsoka character meet and greet after the show released, and they're also experimenting with some roaming BD droids there at Disneyland. So it really is seeming like they start all of the character meet and greets in Galaxy Edge at Disneyland, and then they eventually will bring them over to Disney World. So we will see how this works at Disneyland, but probably 2024 sometime then this will transfer over to Disney World. It just seems like maybe they have a smaller audience over at Disneyland so they can experiment and see how those characters are interacting with guests, and then if it works well, they bring it over to Galaxy's Edge East and Disney World. Um, they might not always bring it over to the East Coast though, because it's considerably more busier in Orlando, and there might not be room for some of these characters to roam around. So who knows if they will bring this over to the East Coast. They probably should. They'll make the land better. But yeah, those characters have started meeting over on the West Coast. And Journey of Water for Moana. They did the previews. I never heard if that officially opened, but I think it did. So yeah, Journey of Water. I walked through it. It's pretty good. It's a good addition to the park. It's not a ride, but it's pretty good for an interactive water area and captures the essence of Epcot quite well, educating about the water cycle and does not abuse the Moana IP. So they did a good job with Journey of Water. So I am going to say that Epcot is trending in the right direction. They still have a lot of work to do regarding Epcot and the War Zone in the center, but they're trending in the right direction. So definitely some good things happening there at Epcot. And then the newest cruise ship, the DCL Treasure, has been revealed. We already knew that this ship was releasing, I think, sometime next year. But they revealed that there's gonna be like a haunted mansion bar. I think a jungle cruise area. I forget exactly what was there. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. All kinds of that kind of Adventureland theming. Um, a Coco restaurant which looked pretty good. So yeah, I definitely think this ship. There's a good chance it's gonna be better than the Wish because it's pretty much the exact same ship with just a few differences and adjustments. So it should be better than the Wish, and it will have, I think, a more adventurous itinerary as well. So if you're thinking about going Wish or Treasure, I would definitely recommend Treasure. Um, I went on the Wish, it's pretty good. I haven't been on any of the other ones, so I don't know what to compare it to. But I thought the Wish was pretty good, but the Treasure hopefully will be even better. And then this had stalled out. The Grand Floridian lobby, they've been talking about renovating it for probably about 3 years now, and just not much the renovation hasn't happened. They kicked out the orchestra or jazz band or whatever type of ensemble was there, but other than that, not much has happened in that lobby area, which is a good thing because everyone is scared that's going to be too modern and not classic enough. And it seems like they've said that the adjustments made in that lobby will be minor, so hopefully that lobby has been saved. Not much news on that recently, but we'll see what happens about that. And then this was some big news about a month ago. The Figment meet and greet under the Imagination Pavilion at Epcot. Great to see that the character Figment is getting some love, and that was a very popular meet and greet. So yeah, hopefully they give some attention to his ride here pretty soon, and kind of rejuvenate that ride. They might, if they were to renovate Journey into Imagination, I think they would probably use a trackless ride system. That's just how the company has been going with dark ride systems. So I think if they do renovate it, expect a trackless ride system, which, you know, it's not bad, but we have, Rise of the Resistance, probably the best ride in Walt Disney World, really good. Then you have Ratatouille and Runaway Railway, which are both okay rides that probably use screens a little too much, and those are both trackless. So just because a ride would be trackless doesn't mean it's going to be a great ride necessarily. And I'm also not saying that if they're renovating this, they could very well not renovate it. But if they did, I would expect a trackless ride system for this one. And then they're gonna be, I think, adjusting the Country Bear show. I think on both coasts, both castle parks, and so just I forgot exactly what they were doing, but they're adjusting the show so that it's interesting to see. I think they're gonna maybe make it like patriotic. But they are definitely giving an update to the Country Bear Jamboree in Frontierland. And then in Animal Kingdom, D23, I think, like a year ago, they had said that Animal Kingdom, Dino Land would be swapped out with um, a Moana and Zootopia section, but they have reversed their plans on that and said that instead of Moana and Zootopia, it would be Indiana Jones and Encanto, which both of those movies are more recent, obviously. That's probably why they did that. Zootopia would be moved to Underneath the Tree of Life, replacing Tough to Be a Bug. So, my thoughts on this, I don't like what they're doing with the Dino Land USA. I don't like the Indiana Jones and Encanto that much. Indiana Jones, they should probably just add a land for Indiana Jones in Hollywood Studios, I think would make more sense based on that. And Encanto doesn't really feature animals too much at all, so I don't think that would be a good choice. Now, what they're trying to do here is do a South American land, which I get that, but I don't think this IP fits great with the animal conservation messages of the park. So I think I would say the Moana and Zootopia were better options. Zootopia, it's, animals. I know they talk and all kinds of unrealistic stuff, but it still is a better fit than those two. And as for Zootopia Underneath the Tree of Life, um, yeah, Tough to Be a Bug, it was alright. It was just there. It wasn't popular, so that's like not destroying anything too great, but Zootopia, it's not making the situation any better. It would probably be better to put maybe something tree related in the trunk of the Tree of Life in that area. So I still don't think that's a great option for that location. Hopefully they get this figured out, but I don't know. They have definitely had many plans for Animal Kingdom's Dinoland area, and nothing has happened. So we'll see what happens. This is all blue sky, so nothing is confirmed yet, and we'll see what happens. And then Test Track, they're going to renovate that a little bit, which is good. Test Track is alright. It could be a little bit better. It's still a pretty good ride, but it feels new, but maybe a little stale, maybe. So maybe they could add some more realistic elements to Test Track and make it more interesting. So they didn't really release their plans for Test Track. They just said that they're gonna renovate Test Track. So that'll be very interesting to see there. Good to see Epcot getting some more love there. And speaking of Epcot, the new fireworks show Luminous is debuting quite soon, and this is gonna sneak up on some people on December 5th, so just over 2 weeks or so from now, less than 2 weeks. So that is coming up soon, and we will see if they can do better. The second try, they took away the Harmonious barges. Harmonious, mixed reviews for that one. It was a decent show. The show wasn't that bad, but I just think the barges were very unpopular and an eyesore during the day, so that's why they ultimately scrapped that show. Hopefully they can do a really good show here with Luminous and hopefully make a bit better of a product. And I know there have already been some rumors about this show, but I hope they use the Epcot pavilions properly in the countries, because sometimes they don't do that properly in the show. So that's gonna wrap it up for this months of Disney news video. Who knows, I may be back with a few more weeks of Disney videos if I have time to publish those. But please make sure to subscribe and like. Also, check out my new Instagram account, Theme Park Central, as well. And I will post some of the latest news there even before it hits YouTube. So make sure to go follow that. And this is Theme Park Central signing out.